You don't need to wake up at 5 a.m. to be disciplined. You don't need to be a morning person to be disciplined. You don't need to be a gym rat to be disciplined. This is not about being that girl, being this, that. This is not about a trend. Welcome. And in today's video, we are going to discuss the mindset shifts and simple habits that we can implement to set ourselves up for success and ensure we develop the discipline that is essential for our goals in 2026 and beyond. I absolutely hate it when I break a promise I made to myself. Breaking promises we make to ourselves is why sometimes we find that our self confidence is slowly diminishing. Because our self confidence is built from training ourselves to believe we can trust ourselves. And when you keep breaking the promises you make, then you've conditioned yourself to believe the trust is not there. Think about it. If there is a person that keeps making promises to you and they keep not showing up for the promises they make, will you trust them? Just think about it for a second. Will you still have faith in them the next time they tell you they're going to do something for you? When the last 5 or 6 times they said the same thing, they didn't come true, we would automatically lose faith in them. And that is the exact same thing we do when we say, oh, I'm going to do this, and then we don't do it. But somehow we think because nobody is aware of those promises that they don't matter. I would like to inform you they matter more than you can possibly imagine. So, today we are going to go over steps to build self discipline. This is in hopes that building self discipline and ensuring consistency in doing the things we say we want to do would be a step towards rebuilding our self concept and building up our confidence in ourselves. I'm going to walk us through steps to build up discipline in a consistent and sustainable way, because this is not a sprint. This is not a 7 day project. This is a continuous learning process. This is a continuous development process. If you've been undisciplined for the first 25, 26, 29 years of your life, you're not going to suddenly become disciplined in 29 days. This is a journey for a lifetime. And I want to invite you to commit to that. Now, it's going to get easier because the more you do, the better you get at it. But this is not a quick fix. This is not a microwave. You're not microwaving your habits. This is a consistent marathon. This is a lifetime of building and refining. Now, we are going to speak about the actual steps to building our self discipline and ensuring consistency, and also ensuring we can do this without burning out in the first week or second week. The very first step is that I want you to reframe discipline as a function of self love or self devotion. Discipline without love is simply punishment. We are not trying to suffer for the sake of suffering. We are trying to build something that actually lasts. There is usually a lot of talk around setting a strong why, a strong reason for anything we want to do or we want to achieve in life. And I have come to realize that actually applies to everything and every endeavor that we want to embark on as humans. We need to set a reason for why we want to develop better discipline and consistency. And I don't think there is a better reason than it being a form of devotion and love to ourselves. We might think, oh, I want to be disciplined because I want to achieve certain goals. The reason we have those goals is because we want better for ourselves in that area of life. This boils down to the fact that we love ourselves to want more. Now we just need to build the skill to work and achieve more. Waking up daily and doing the work to build our discipline, to work on our goals, is the highest form of self devotion. Amazing thing is that this is a spiral. Discipline will help improve your self love and sense of self. Then, improvement in your sense of self will help you stay disciplined longer and stay dedicated as well. Just be, don't try. Make it a part of your identity. I'm going to need us to stop saying things like, oh, I'm trying to be disciplined, and reframe it into, I am a disciplined person. Identify yourself as someone who is disciplined while you work on the skill to becoming more disciplined. I want us to understand that this doesn't necessarily mean we never have bad days or we never have moments where we don't act in our best interest or moments where we are not as disciplined as we would like to be. We are simply a disciplined person who had a moment of weakness. So instead of reverting to the negative self talk and self pity, we acknowledge it as what it is. We are a disciplined person who simply had a bad day or a bad week. I am a disciplined person who simply happened to have been on my period the past 2 days. So, yes, I did not work out because my energy levels were down. That doesn't mean we suddenly no longer have bad days. It just means we frame those bad days as moments of weakness in our discipline. That is all it is. It doesn't necessarily mean we are suddenly now lazy people. It doesn't mean, oh, now I am a lazy person. I am not good. No, you're still a disciplined person who just happened to have a bad day. That is all it is. Also, in the journey of building this identity, I want you to be clear as to what this new identity entails. Ensure you have a clear image of what this new disciplined version of you looks like. What does your ideal balance day look like? What routines do you follow? What do you eat? What does your diet consist of? Identify friction points and fix them. If you know one of your major struggles is scrolling your phone when you should be working or studying, then it simply just makes sense to not put the phone beside you. If you have the room, if you live in a space where you have other rooms apart from where you work, then put your phone in a separate room. Put your phone in the sitting room. However, if you live in one bedroom, then put your phone in a bag, put the bag in another bag, put that bag in another bag. Ensure that you create friction between you and your distractions and reduce the friction between you and what you want to achieve. Set up your environment in a way that you do not need willpower every single moment of the day. Ensure that you do not need willpower every second of the day. Set up your environment in a way that reduces the friction between you and the actions you want to commit to. However, it increases the friction between you and your distractions. That is simply the point. One of your goals is to eat healthier. Shop for the groceries you need. Prep those groceries. Don't just buy them and leave them to go to waste. Wash them, cut them up, partition them or section them. Meal prep if you know you're too busy during the week. Don't just buy them and let them rot away in the fridge. Put them in places where you can see them if they do not need to be refrigerated. For example, your fruit, let it be on your counter. If they can be on the counter without spoiling, let it be on the counter. Put it in a state where there is reduced effort needed for you to go from buying them to eating them. Cut up your veggies, wash your fruit, prep them, let them be ready to go. Also, don't buy snacks. I have this thing where I'm like, oh, I'll buy this 4 chocolates, I'll buy this 3 Snicker bars, and I'll have them across the week. Guess what? I have them before the end of the day. In fact, a lot of times as I'm buying them, I'm putting it in the fridge when I get home, I'm picking them right back up. So I no longer buy them. At most, I'll buy one. I no longer buy them. Do not buy snacks. Don't buy junks. You will eat it. You will not eat it in the course of the month. You will eat it in 1 week. Between both of us, we know you will finish it in 1 week. All this, oh, I just want to stock the house so that once in you will eat it in 1 week. You will finish the entire 1 month supply in a week. And then you start feeling bad. So there is no need to go through all that. Just don't buy them or buy one. What I do right now is I buy one bounty and that is it. When I eat that, that's all. I'm not going to leave my house and go all the way around to the supermarket just for chocolates. But if I have it at home, yes, I'll eat it. But I don't buy them. I buy what I know I should be eating, not what I want to eat. I buy what I should be eating, and that's it. The day I go to the supermarket, I reward myself with one bar of chocolate or one bar of Bounty or one bar of Snickers, whichever one I decide to buy. I don't buy five and say, oh, I'll eat one this week, I'll eat one next week. I'll finish it in a week. And I know that's for a fact. So don't buy it. Don't Don't feed your bad habits. Don't buy it. Just don't stock up on junks if what you want to do is to eat healthy. If the goal is to go to the gym early in the morning, put your workout clothes out the day before. Don't wake up and start going through your wardrobe wondering what you're wearing to the gym. Lay out your workout clothes the day before. If the goal is to not snooze your alarm 500 times in the morning, put your alarm away from your bed. Let it be somewhere that it is still close enough to wake you up, but somewhere that you would have to actually stand up from the bed to turn it off. We need to focus on setting up structures that can carry us through the bad days or when our motivation is low. For example, if you know you want to record content, like myself, have your content space ready, have your tripod out, have your light set up. That all you have to do is plug and play. Because if it is a day when motivation is low and then you have to start searching for your tripod, you don't know where it is. You have to start searching for the light and then you find the light, you can't find your mic. You're going to get frustrated. That's the reality. You're going to get frustrated and you're going to give up, which is human. You need to focus on setting up structures that can carry you through the bad days when motivation is absent. Create and establish routines that you can consistently repeat without getting burnt out. Your routine include rest and rewards as well. Let it include activities that energizes you. I want you to remember that this is a very personal journey. Your structure and your routine do not need to make sense to anybody but you. You don't need to wake up at 5 a.m. to be disciplined. You don't need to be a morning person to be disciplined. You don't need to be a gym rat to be disciplined. You don't need to like matcha to be disciplined. You don't need to have Lululemon sets to be disciplined. This is not about sameness. This is not about being the same as everybody. This is not about being that girl, being this, that. This is not about a trend. This is about building a life that we are happy with, a life that fulfills us. That is what this is about. This is about building discipline for a life that we do not feel the need to escape from. This is not just about what is going to be in vogue for 2026. This is about building a sustainable, productive, and joyful life that genuinely fulfills us. Discipline would look like for you as an entrepreneur would be very different from somebody who has a 9 to 5, and would also be very different for a student who works multiple jobs to make ends meet. Depending on your phase in life, this is also going to look very different for someone who is a mother, for someone who has kids that they have to take care of, for someone who has aged parents that they take care of. This is going to look very different from person to person. I just want us to clarify that, just to accept the fact that discipline is a continuous journey, not a 3 day or 7 day sprint. Like a lot of things in life, this is a lifetime journey and process. Discipline is not just about bringing you closer to your goals, it is about bringing you closer to yourself and bringing you back home to you. Thank you for watching this video. And if you stayed till the end, can you drop a purple heart emoji in the comment section so that I know who watched the video to the end? Thank you so much for tuning in to the channel today. Do not forget to subscribe and like the video if this was helpful for you. And also, if you have tips of things that you think I didn't mention in the course of the video, feel free to leave it. Constructive criticism is welcomed as well. Thank you so much for staying with me for this video. See you next week. Bye bye.